Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to share a product with you that I just picked up that I'm really enjoying. And the need that arose when I was trying to muffle snare drums, work with snare drums. A lot of times, and you see this a lot now, especially with worship drummers, or a lot of R&B guys will do this, where you got one snare that's tight or medium tight, and then you got this really fat aux snare. And it's just this really deep, really bellowy, rich tone. And so I've got some different things, different ways I've tried to do it, different ways I've tried to achieve that. And my favorite thing was to actually take a drum head, flip it upside down, and place it over the drum, kind of to double up that drum head, and then I could tune it how I want to and get that thick, rich tone or a bunch of gaff tape or whatever. But a company called Big Fat Snare Drum came out with some products. And what I'm going to show you, this is the 14-inch Steve's Donut model. And basically, it's just, it's kind of like an extra snare drum head. It's got this little rubber gasket around. It's got a little tab at the bottom that you can pick it up with. And this model, like I said, it's called Steve's Donut, and it has a hole in the middle. And so you just place it right over your snare drum. And I like this one because you actually can still play the head of your snare drum. Now, one thing to note about this, some people I'm seeing them just take them and put them on a perfectly regularly tuned snare. And to me, that isn't the best way to use this. What I found for me is to take a snare and just really tune it just hairy and loud and messy and just this big open, just let it rip kind of sound where you're not really worried about overtones. You get it tuned how you want, but just let it be monstrous, big, deep, just ringing out. And then this, you basically put this just right on top of it, and it really tightens up the sound. It really controls all those rings. But if you put it over a snare that is tuned just fine, to me it almost just kills it. It sounds dead. But when I put it on a snare that's just really big and open, it brings it down just enough, but I still get a lot of beef to it and not just a deadness. So I'll kind of just show you an example of how I have this snare tuned. I'm just playing it open. I've got a snare with a head that's been on here forever. It got some Scotch tape and all kinds of stuff on it. Then I'll put the Big Fat Snare Drum on it so you can kind of hear the A and B of how I use it and what it sounds like. So check it out. Big Fat Snare Drum, Steve's Donut.